HOTTOGO. These books really have to go. Welcome to an unhauling of books that I meant to get rid of before I moved into my apartment. But I've been here a year and they're still here, so let's go. Starting off strong with books I mostly read for college. These are all middle grade, and I think they do better like in the hands of actual children. Read them, they're great. Time to pass them along. We have The Very Unfortunate Wish of Melanie Yoshimura. I also read this for the past Asian readathon this year. We got Breakout. This one is kind of like an epistolary novel written in letters, except this is for like a middle schooler's summer time capsule that they're putting together for school. Prairie Lotus. This author said she wants to have a book like Little House on the Prairie, but with characters that actually looked like her. All props to her. This is amazing. Really loved it. And New Kid. This is a graphic novel and very fun. Talks about being the new kid, new school. Also touches on racial issues and socioeconomic things as well. Next we have the meh category. I read these books once and I can't see myself rereading them. We have The Princess and the Goblin. I got this at a very cute bookstore called The Yellow Dog, I think, in Columbia, Missouri. Definitely check it out. Dear Fahrenheit 451. I haven't read that book either. This is a cute little book of love letters and hate letters from a librarian to different books. I liked it. There's nothing else really to say. Wouldn't pick it up again. No. Really weird. No thanks. And this just hurt. So no. I'm also including 3 poetry books in the meh category. Got this one from Target. Didn't know either of the poets, and it was okay. I like the cover more than anything though, really. Good Poems for Hard Times. I read this for school. There are in fact some good poems, but not enough for me to keep it. And then When the World Didn't End. This is also a Target poetry pickup. I think I need to stop buying poetry books from poets I don't already know I like, just based off the covers and Target discounts. Next is a group of books that are just, I can only describe as, You'll understand what I mean in a minute. This. I was a victim of I have Barnes & Noble money that somebody else gave me for my birthday, and this book is pretty. It also said the Disney movie The Princess and the Frog came out in the 90s. 1990s. That is 2009, ma'am. How could you not remember that cultural reset? At least it was for me and my family. Also, we have Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children, and I believe the second book in this series. I love the vibe and the idea of what I thought these books were going to be, but I didn't actually like the vibe of reading them. So I'm going to give these away, and somebody else can experience. Okay, and I'm going to group these kind of two together because they me for the same but kind of opposite reason, okay? This one. I read this because my grandma read it and she really liked it and thought I would like it too. And it's kind of fun because it's like, oh, there's a hole. Like, that's fun design. And overall, I really like the look of this. this was a good story. I enjoyed reading it. But it has a classic case of this should have been gay. This would have been great. It practically was. They just never... I mean, if you spend the rest of your life after a very intense period with one person and you go through some pretty traumatic stuff together, and then something happens to that person, no spoilers, but you agree to meet up with each other every decade for the rest of your lives to, like, reconnect. How is that not, like, a tragic gay love story that is actually so bittersweet, you know? Like, it could have been so good. It was there, but it could have been here. And then the opposite of that is this was gay and not enough stuff happened. And I don't mean, like, gay stuff. Like, literally, this is a horror book, and I have no idea what happened. A lot of focus on bug horror, and the gross out kind of horror, but I wasn't satisfied at the ending because I still didn't know what the hell was going on. I feel like it was too long, and not enough happened to warrant it being this length. I do like the author's writing style, and I wish I knew the reason why creepy stuff was happening. Like, that's really what got me with this, is that I still couldn't tell you what, like, what the reason was behind the mystery of the creepiness. It was just pure vibes, and then nothing happened. And real quickly, here's some I had to read for school, and don't really care to keep them. But I did out of obligation because, oh, it's a classic book, you should have it. Romeo and Juliet. If I want to experience this story again, I'll just watch Baz Luhrmann's movie. That's my favorite iteration of this. On the same note, Hamlet. I had to read this for summer reading in high school by myself, and I just didn't really understand it. Like, I'm confused. I think if I see a production or a movie of this, it might help it make sense, but I couldn't understand Hamlet's motivations, and that really just threw me for a loop. Like, I couldn't decide if he was actually crazy, or he was pretending, or if he actually wanted to be killing people, or he didn't, like. And then also Antigone. I actually really liked this one. It kind of sucked, though. Not a spoiler, honestly. If you don't know, everyone dies at the end of this. Basically, I read these both for summer reading in high school the same summer. And every book I read that summer, which was like 5 for summer reading, all the main characters died. Mostly by suicide. And I don't think that's a good message to be promoting to, like, 16-year-olds. But anyway. We also have some from film class in college. Ooh. This short guide to writing about film, like making your own Roger Ebert or whatever. Similarly, a thing about writing for the stage, like plays and stuff. And then 2 books on Italian film. I took an Italian film class, really enjoyed it. Learned way more about World War II than I ever have in any other class in my life. I have no purpose for these now. Somebody else, take them. Take that class. It was good. Lastly, I'll tell you if you don't tell anyone else, but one book that I've never read. This. I got this for free from summer reading one time. Like a program, from a summer reading program. And it's a companion novel to a series that I know nothing about. And it's it seems like very dense fantasy. And if this is just like a side quest, and I'm not really interested in getting into the main plot, I don't know. I might hang on to this. We'll see. But for now, I can't see myself reading this. Oh god, the stack's so tall you can already see it. Let's see if I can do this. These are all the books I'm unhauling. And people say book nerds don't have muscles. I mean, I knew that would happen.